the dollar this year. We'll tell you why. Good evening and welcome to Business Brief. My name is Michael Obodu. Before we bring you our major stories, let's check out some other stories that have been making the headlines in the world of business today.
Today in business, some banks have indicated their preparedness for a second round of the domestic debt exchange program. Managing Director of Societe Generale Ghana, Hakim Uzani, says the bank does not expect to be impacted by the second round of government's TDEP. Speaking on the facts behind the figures organized by the Ghana Stock Exchange in Accra, he believed the bank is not exposed to the US dollar local bonds and cocoa bills that were recently agreed to be restructured by government. Chief Operations Officer at Rana Motors, Kasim Odemat, has revealed plans to train more Ghanaians in local assembling of automobile equipment. According to him, this has become necessary to increase local content participation, and it will be fulfilled after the automobile policy is passed. South Africa begins taking steps to resolve what the presidency believes is the biggest impediment to growth after persistent blackouts and acute shortage of skills. A raft of changes to simplify the rules governing the snarled up and Byzantine work permit regime were submitted to the state's legal advisor last week and are expected to be passed into law in coming months, said Saul Maska, Director of Strategy and Delivery Support in the South African presidency.
Well, thank you for staying with us. Let's bring you our first story now, as Professor of Economics Peter Quartey has cast doubt on the likelihood of the local currency hitting a single digit against the dollar this year. Since Ghana secured an International Monetary Fund bailout program, the cedi has attained relative stability at about 11 cedis to the dollar. Speaking to the media on the sidelines of a climate finance event organized by ISE, Professor Quartey stated that by properly managing our inflation levels, among others, the dollar may sell for less than 10 cedis by next year.
The long-term solution will be to diversify our economy. We cannot continue to rely on primary commodity exports because that will not give us the needed forex as we move along. If we don't diversify and rely on just one or two commodities, manufacturing don't add much value, we export products in their raw form, then we'll not get enough forex and the exchange rate will continue to depreciate and we'll be back to the IMF again. So yes, IMF is a temporary, a short-term measure to stabilize, but we need to put in systems that will ensure long-term sustainability.
Do you see us hitting single digits anytime soon?
Not this year. I don't foresee us hitting single digit this year. We're already in July. I don't think inflation would drop drastically from the current 40-42% to single digits. Perhaps if we do our things well, we're likely to see that in 2024.
Meanwhile, Professor Peter Quartey has expressed worry of a government's continuous borrowing to finance the purchasing of cocoa. Cocoa Board signed a $1.13 billion syndicated loan last year with international banks to finance purchases for the upcoming season. But according to Professor Quartey, there is the need to set up a fund to hold a fraction of the proceeds that are accrued from the beans purchased annually.
Most often, when we appoint CEOs to some of these state-owned enterprises, I'm not very much clear whether they are clear targets that they are meeting. So they'll be running losses, and you can be assured that sometimes even the number of employees that they have on their payroll is more than what they need. So there are several things, so there are a lot of inefficiencies within the system, and that is what is hurting the cocoa sector. I often wonder why, for how many years that we have been producing exporting cocoa, we always have to go and borrow to finance the purchase of cocoa. If it was my business, I would set up a fund. Every year, we put something in it, every year. After 10, whatever, 15 years, you have enough buffer to finance the purchase of cocoa. But every year, consistently, Cocoa's take a loan, then we go and borrow, go and borrow. And borrowing doesn't come cheap. It comes with a cost. If you have to pay interest of 40%, so you get 100 cedis, 40% goes to the lender. You are left with 60%. Then know you are working for somebody.
Now, the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program has earmarked 2.5 million cedis for this year's edition of the presidential pitch. 25 young entrepreneurs will compete for the ultimate prize.
The presidential pitch is an entrepreneurship initiative organized by the Ministry of Business Development and the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program. It provides young Ghanaian entrepreneurs aged 18 to 40 the chance to pitch their business ideas for funding to scale and operationalize their ventures. Finalists are selected to receive varying funding grants for their businesses.
So what we hope to achieve at the end of the day is job creation. We are calling on the youth to become the job creators and not the job seekers. Now we are saying that we have the funding, bring us the idea.
Entrepreneurs impacted by the initiative are applying the benefits.
I won an amount of 25,000 cedis, and this has helped me to really test my business idea to start. And now I would say I am working. I have 6 full-time staff. We have 5,000 beds from 300 in 2019.
I was funded with 50,000 Ghana cedis from the NAIP and then 25,000 Ghana cedis from the president himself. So that impacted my business because now I have my products in 35 supermarkets. I have FDA approval. We are looking at expanding towards the ECOWAS sub-region.
The 2023 edition focuses on agriculture, fintech technology, manufacturing, processing, tourism and creative art, aiming to generate employment opportunities and demonstrate scalability and long-term viability.
Let's now check out how major commodities are faring on the international market. Well, as you see, the price of cocoa is down by 0.44%. It's now trading at $3,384 per ton. So as the price of gold also is down by 0.32%, also trading at about $1,919 per ounce. Crude oil is down by 0.01%, also trading just about $76 per barrel. From the commodities market, let's check out how the currency market is faring as well. Well, that will be all for Business Brief here on TV3. For more business stories, please visit our website, 3news.com. My name is Michael Obodu. Thank you for watching. As always, please stay safe.